funny.
Now you can realistically. Now you can realistically.
You're coming up as offline.
Oh boy.
Oh no, there we go. There we go. It's up. I'm already starting the shit.
Who's going first? Introductions. I'm the literate redneck. What I'm here for is obvious. I'm just looking up shit for context.
I am ML2. I'm just here to basically hang around and see what this place is like. I haven't been here enough. By day I work at a car wash. Which is not what I'm trained in. I'm trained in cybersecurity and other stuff, and I can't wait to. And I'm looking at local jobs in my area that involve cybersecurity. But in the meantime, I work at a car wash, and tomorrow's car washing is probably going to be rough.
And
Saddleback, you go.
Yeah, I'm Saddleback. I'm a regular somewhere here. I'm mostly just someone who comes up with meme ideas. Also, I will say is maybe the true task was the market manipulation we found along the way.
Also, Jacko, I thought you weren't going to make it. I mean,
Sorry, I was walking the dog and walking my dog.
Okay.
But now I'm here.
Oh, we can.
You
we
know
can
the
hear you on Discord.
joke.
Hang on.
One sec.
Hang on. I need to.
Oh,
have to
I
mute
hear ya.
Discord.
oh, mother of Jesus fucking Christ.
I hear you, Fred.
Okay, say something, Frat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, you're not working on Twitch. Technical difficulties immediately.
Lovely.
Hello.
Not as bad as what I'm
There
doing.
it goes. That little bar is finally going up.
May God have
We
mercy on our
have
red.
Nice.
we have been doing this how long now, and we still can't get a stream to start without having
I
any
think
technical
that's
difficulties.
6 episodes so far,
I-
so that's like three
True
weeks?
streamer hours.
I think I now know why Digital Vagrant has his little 5-minute stream start up at the beginning of his thing. It's so that he can handle things like this.
Yeah, basically shit. So shit doesn't hit the fan.
Yes, I think that means we have to, I think I'm gonna be
doing that.
starting, yeah, I'm gonna be incorporating that from now on.
Oh god.
Lovely. We're professionals. Hi, because you
Somewhat.
didn't hear
We
my...
swear.
Fucking introduction.
Alright,
This
you
is
didn't
Frat
hear
House.
This is Frat House. This is the unofficial, non-credible podcast. Hi, my name is Frat House, and I have... Give me a number, guys. 2,221 criminal court allegations with The Hague, and I will not describe how many children are in my basement.
And we're probably going to get 200. We're probably going to get to 222 by the end of this stream because holy
Yeah.
crap, it's been a week. It's been a week.
You can say that.
God, where do we begin? I guess we can begin with the funny tariffs that are and market manipulation because that's seems to be the big one people
Yeah.
talk about.
Yeah.
So Trump
One
dropped his
sec,
tariffs down to 10% globally, but up to China to 145 or something ridiculous now.
Hey, Jackal, turn on noise suppression, please. We hear somebody
One
doing the dish.
second.
We can hear somebody doing the dishes.
That's an air fryer.
No air fryer
There you
sounds
go.
like that,
Why are
bud.
you in your kitchen?
Is this better?
Yeah,
Yeah, somewhat.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
oh, it's
because I
already-
just moved into a different room.
Oh, right.
That's
Ah.
supposed to be my dinner.
It's already a shit. It's been only 5 minutes and it's already a complete and utter shit show.
Wouldn't have it any other way, guys.
We're not
Okay.
professionals.
I
We're
mean, fair enough.
We are not. Okay, so the tariff thing is, I mean, yay, the tariffs have now are less bad than they were. I mean,
Still
now,
fucked up the market.
the rhetoric and things behind it is still fucked. Let's not get that wrong.
Yeah.
But at least, I mean, the stock market seems to have largely recovered.
Yes.
But I mean, it's been almost daylight market manipulation because Trump told everyone in a tweet, "Hey, buy my stock." They did, and then the
Yes.
price went up.
Yeah.
Like that's just no.
That is.
I mean, I've said this a few times now, but you know what? Fuck it. Screw the 2025 bingo card. I'm getting a 2025 lottery ticket.
Yeah, no, I'm okay, so
Okay.
I ate at Panda Express yesterday. And I got a fortune cookie.
bastard.
I got a fortune cookie. The fortune cookie says I'm going to take a great gamble and win. My birthday is not next Wednesday. Not this
Ow.
week, but the next week. Is that Wednesday? I'm buying a lottery ticket on that day.
Oh no, yeah, it's like the market manipulation is so obvious. He even released a video of him talking with his billionaire friends about how much money they made out of it.
Ah.
Al Green looking
Like-
at that video. Impeachment number 91.
Like I've been joking that this is impeachment speed run any percent, but this is literally
Oh,
impeachment
God.
speed run any percent because
Yes.
he's at least he got halfway through his first term before the articles of impeachment were released, but were submitted. This time it's literally
They
Yeah.
In an eighth
2
way.
months in, or 3 months in now, and already
3 months.
impeaching.
beginning impeached. Yeah, 3 months. That's got to be a new
That's
record.
less. Yeah. Fun.
That-
Of course, it's a new record.
It's beyond stupid.
I mean, hopefully at this point it proves that shows that hopefully this foretells that at this point the only way Trump is gonna win again is,
Crime.
threats. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's unlikely he'll. Honestly, personally, looking at this, I think it's unlikely he'll make it through this full term, or even through the next
Yeah.
2 years.
The problem
At this
is,
rate,
Okay.
he's probably going to.
I
The problem
thought
is-
he'd be dead by the end of this term anyway because his diet consists of McDonald's.
I mean, he could also
And-
die anyway, but
we're not issuing
He
just
is
clarity for the
living-
quick plot. We are not issuing death threats to Donald Trump.
no, we're saying that he's fat and he will probably just have a heart attack anyway.
Yeah.
I think also, like, it's just, would JD Vance be any better? Probably not.
JD Vance may actually be less might actually be less irrational. and
JD
valid.
Vance is a politician. JD Vance is a politician. You got to remember that. He's not going to do
Yeah.
anything that will fucking screw his chances of being
'Cause he
elected
was saying-
somewhere else.
I mean,
Trump
with the
doesn't
Signal-
have any of that.
With the Signal Gate chat, he was saying quite clearly that oh, it's a shame we're having to do this. We should be bailing out Europe again. He's clearly been in his rhetoric more isolationist than Trump, and that's saying something.
That is true, but there's also the fact that if they impeach and convict Trump, there's nothing that's going to prevent them from impeaching and convicting Vance if he fucks things up.
Oh yeah, no.
Come on, let's get the 1-2 punch. Let's get the go to Pam Bondi. Fuck.
The big
No, it would not be
question is
Pam
who's-
Bondi.
It wouldn't be Pam Bondi. Who's the Secretary of State?
So here's how it works. Basically, if Trump were impeached, I think it would be Vance who would step in. I don't know. I don't think there's vice presidential succession. I think Vance would probably appoint someone.
No, there
Vance
is.
would
There
take
is.
over.
It goes president, vice president, secretary of state, speaker of the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Secretary of State is Marco Rubio. He might actually be more tolerable.
Okay,
I
yeah,
mean,
I'll take Rubio. I will take Rubio.
Although the amount of
Of
Republicans,
course, the next big question is,
I will
who,
say,
if in next election, if the Democrats win, who are they gonna put up?
I think we need to change this from Putin's secret villa to Trump's secret villa. But
Oh no, I'm already
just
already
put a line
planning.
through it and put a line through it and put Trump's secret villa.
No, this I'm making a new background for next stream.
I will
Nice.
I will also say that this, like, it would be so funny if it did go to the Speaker of the House, purely because the Republicans can't settle on a Speaker of the House for more than 5 minutes.
They've held on to Mike Johnson, but that's just because Mike Johnson is a not a complete yes man. He will say no sometimes, but they're far and few
Sometimes
in
yes,
between.
sometimes no.
He doesn't really have a spine.
Oh man.
I mean, the Democrats didn't have one until fucking. Well,
Yeah.
Recently.
Oh. I mean, at least when
Kinda.
the Democrats got voted for a Speaker of the House, they actually got it through first time. How long did it take the Republicans to do it? Like 3 weeks. To vote in their Speaker of the House, who lasted
Yeah.
for about 2 weeks and then got kicked out.
we know that Hakeem Jeffries is eventually going to become the Speaker of the House. Right? It is
I don't much care
With-
for Hakeem Jeffries, but I suppose he's better than the alternative.
that he's the leader of the Democratic Party in the House.
Although to be fair, a head of lettuce would be better than than what we have.
I like
British-
Hakeem Jeffries.
Ask the British about that one. They had a prime minister that didn't outlast a head of
Hakeem
lettuce.
Jeffries, he's what's his
Honestly, there are like a dozen fictional characters. That would be.
who was the guy that funded J.D. Vance's campaign? Peter Thiel. Yeah. Yep. Long story short, not only is Hakeem Jeffries out of touch with reality, but he's also in Peter Thiel's back pocket.
Ugh.
Lovely.
So
would you-
not
yeah.
really a fan of him.
This is it is funny as if you're watching the American system fall apart.
No, it's not. I'm
Yeah,
fucking
no,
having
yeah.
existential
You're
crisis.
there, yeah. You're there. But I still find it funny.
It's not gonna be funny. and
I get you,
think
Jackal.
I don't wanna see
Into
what
this
comes
shit.
after. I honestly want to see the American system salvaged and built back better because the alternative is gonna be fucking terrifying.
Jackal.
Yeah.
Jackal.
True.
Second time, please.
Pull
Move
it
to
out your
another.
mic, yeah.
Yes.
One sec, I'm moving up to my room after this.
If you can
I-
mute yourself, that'd be nice.
In the meantime,
Yeah, I will.
Right. Yeah. It is. What do we even do about the Republican Party at this point? Because let's face it. Okay, we get to the end of this 4-year period by some miracle. What happens next? Because the Republican Party will have to rebuild. To what?
70 years of Democrats controlling the House and Senate. That's all I can see. That's all I see from here. Trump is practically a Hoover at this point. His approval rating is down. His entire party's approval rating is down.
Below 50%. He's below 50%, and usually their approval rating goes down as they spend time in office. So it's almost can never be higher, and it's below 50%.
Last I saw, it was 42%.
Meaning a life, universe, and everything. You could have Zaphod Beeblebrox in charge of the U.S. in the Oval Office, and it'd do better than Trump. I don't know if you guys know about Hitler's Guide, but
I am.
that man,
to be fair-
Zaphod Beeblebrox's brain was literally powered by lemons.
To
Make
be
his guide,
fair-
you can do a better
fair,
job.
And Zach, to be fair, a ham sandwich could do a better job than that fucking orange man.
Yes.
And I'm saying that as someone who genuinely considered voting for said ham sandwich as a write-in candidate.
Okay,
Oh, you
so-
didn't just write Jimmy Carter like I did?
You what? Oh.
He
So-
was alive when I casted my vote.
Are you serious that you
Fair
didn't vote
enough.
for the better one?
What's the better one?
Between Trump and Harris? Harris?
I live in a red state where my vote doesn't matter.
Fair enough. Fair
I-
enough.
I-
Still, if everyone...
I mean, be fair, so do I.
I live
Yeah.
in a state where the Democrats haven't gotten more than 30% of the vote since the 90s.
I live in South Carolina.
I live in Tennessee.
Yeah, South Carolina's worse.
I voted
Sorry.
I voted for the Democrats that could win their elections,
But
But
we're
I-
gerrymandered to.
but I know that
So-
my vote doesn't matter in Tennessee.
I live. I mean, my state's gerrymandered to fuck. So, out of the 7 districts, 6 always go Republican. Always.
Like the local elections, I voted Democrat up and down the board because the Democrats actually win those. Presidential elections, good luck.
I mean, if you're not willing to vote for the damn thing, can you really say you have a chance of winning?
Actually, funny thing about
I'm going back to what you were
political
saying.
parts of my life is the fact that on my graduation day from high school, Trump got the 34 felonies.
So
Going back to what
I just loaded up a interactive map for U.S. elections. So I looked at basically all the states that just tilted towards Republican. Let's just say if they ones that tilt Republican, as this put it, voted Democrat in the next election, the Democrats would win 308 to 230.
Damn.
That's a big win. Because they're
Yeah, there's
flipping Georgia. That's
Georgia's not that hard to flip.
no.
No, it's not. You gotta
Yeah,
you gotta
it's not hard to flip,
realize
but-
almost
you know,
half of
with-
Georgia lives in one city.
Yeah. Remember, U.S. is a very interesting population density. Like,
yeah.
Okay,
But
make that
also,
most of the country is located on the eastern coast,
310 to
or
228. is
eastern
still-
half.
300
But also, there's one thing I want to add to on top of that in regards to, as I said before, my state's gerrymandered to fuck. But when it comes to voting for candidates, I didn't like either one. I will be honest with you. I genuinely didn't like either one of them. But I will concede that one was better than the other.
Trump's brain is
That
run by
being
half an
said,
eaten potato.
That being said, that's not a very high bar when in reality I consider a ham sandwich better than both of them. But that's just me.
Okay,
mean-
you're underrating Kamala's ability and you're overrating Trump's ability, okay? Kamala is at
I don't
least
like it.
Kamala is at least a Subway Italian BMT.
I guess maybe, but to be fair, I have my own issues with Obama. Part of it's because when I was in school when he was trying to get kids or people in general to eat healthier. Fucked up
and that-
every lunch. He fucked up every lunch I had for 10 years.
To be honest, my high school lunch experience was just potato. Like here in the when I lived in Texas, this was right before in middle of the pandemic. One of the options at my high school cafeteria was just a straight up baked potato.
Did you get to use salt or pepper?
We had cheese and butter.
Okay, so
I think
you
we're
had
getting a
There
little-
were salt and pepper packets, in those
Okay, you got-
MREs.
Well, congratulations, you got more than I did. I got no salt, no pepper, no butter. Piss off.
Look, anyway, I think we're getting a little bit off topic with this, but
Yeah.
it is incredible that, like, last time Trump was president, we were going, there's no way, there's no way he would survive some of the shit he's done or said, and yet he's still here.
It's the power of money, somewhat,
Yeah.
Also,
and
the
Russian
power.
bailouts.
Beat the House President IQ to sandwich type conversion. It's raw. Oh, jeez.
Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's this whole shit show with the tariff thing is, man alive, it's stupid.
Yeah.
We mentioned that in the last one. We mentioned that in the last podcast. God, what was the next thing we thought about going on? Did we talk about the funny album that released?
Oh.
Oh yeah, Kanye West.
Kanye West released an album, and let's just say it has a KKK hood as the front cover art.
Bruh.
Yeah.
He also fled to Japan.
Because he also did an interview in that KKK. It was a grey KKK uniform, but even then, this is.
Yeah, you get
Gray,
actually,
gray signifies a dragon.
One of the songs on that album is called "Hail Hitler." That should say it all.
What the fuck? That's horrible.
Wasn't other just actually
Hitler,
free, did he?
Yeah, free Diddley,
Yeah,
Hitler, yay,
another
and
one
Jesus.
Was named Cosby. Another was named Cosby.
Yeah.
Man just
Cosby?
fully lost it at this point.
Oh
All right,
my
the
God,
track
I've
list.
seen this.
The track list is World War III featuring Dave Bluntz, Cosby,
Who the hell was David Blunt's?
Fat Guy, Free Diddy featuring Dave Bluntz, Dirty Magazines, Bianca featuring Dave Bluntz, Virgil Let Me Down, which I only know of one Virgil, and Hail Hitler, Hitler, Yay, and Jesus, Jared.
Why am I taking 2d4 psychic damage?
Okay, all I'm going to say at this point, it's I'm going to quote Epic Rap Battles of History and say, "Oh, Sig, hell no! You ain't gonna cheat me, Mr. Sunglasses, all the time."
I mean, there's already the meme of the your average Kanye concert just being the opening of "I am Adolf Hitler, commander of the Third Reich." Little known fact, also dope on the mic. You and Vader with your little boots and cape. I've memorized the entire fucking thing. I find that shit so funny.
It's
Academic. Oh my God.
out of the Simpsons out of the way. We're predicting shit with Epic Rap Battle of History now.
Academics.
What?
Well, some of these tracks were previewed.
Yeah.
And apparently one of the tracks, Bianca, the lyrics of the track concern West's divorce from ex-wife Bianca Censori, pleading with her to come back.
I don't think she will be.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would return to that relationship.
Does he still even sell albums?
Apparently he does.
Who?
From Japan, apparently.
Want to know a better choice
I
to
was-
spend your money on? Like a better album to buy?
Yeah.
Like, this is a genuine recommendation. Buy any of the albums from the band Good Kid.
No, there has not been a decent album out of him for a long time. He's just
No, the band Good Kid is a indie pop band.
Ah.
They're pretty good. Like, I listen to them all the time.
If I could recommend any album, old or new, just listen to the band Little Feat.
His last
Oh,
album
yeah.
was called Gonda or something.
Oh yeah,
And that was
also
in
another good one
2021.
is Starset.
But if you want an album specifically, Waiting for Columbus is probably the best live album ever made.
So what's this latest album called?
Also,
This album is called
His
World War
latest
III.
album?
Yeah.
World War III, WW3. And
Uh,
where do I go? So in February 2025, West posts several offensive and instigative comments to his X account, including calling for the freeing of mogul Sean Diddy Combs amidst his sex trafficking and racketeering charges. Several of West's comments were deemed anti-Semitic, homophobic, ableist, and misogynistic. On March 6th, West stated that his upcoming music would include anti-Semitic sounds. On March 15th, he once again identified himself as a you-know-what. On March 16th, he posted an image of a you-know-what spiral symbol. I'm not sure if these words would be censored on Twitch, so I'm being cautious. And the certain runes of the I'm not even going to say this, claiming them as his new album cover and new Sunday service logo, respectively. On March 17th,
What's
Sorry.
that? What's that clip? What's that? What's that?
I'm not
abridged
done.
Again,
anime?
On March 17th, he posted a now deleted video of himself with Nick Fuentes on Twitter while wearing a chain with a naughty spiral pendant.
Just
In the
call
video,
it
West
Hitler's happy pinwheel of friendship and tolerance, okay?
Look.
I'll just use that. In the video, West calls Fuentes my white power people homeboy or whatever. Okay, white supremacist homeboy. Yes, this is just the word. After portions of it were published by Dave Bluntz and Aiden Ross, the lead
Oh
single.
no.
The lead single was released on March 26th and was critically panned for its anti-Semitic lyrics. Holy shit, the lead single is out. Crap.
I mean, all I'm gonna say
Why
is
are
that
we
where's
allowing the
it's
no,
it's
no,
the old
then?
anime. It's like an anime. Where's the anime abridged scene where it's just it's the fucking Nazis?
Oh, I believe that is Alex
Van
Bridge.
Helsing. It's Helsing abridged.
Yeah.
Yeah. We disappear. Well, I disappear for 5 minutes. And
The Nazis are invading, while the
Oh,
Christians
God.
are crusading.
Our forces are get
Oh
slaughtered
my
by the masses. Who gives a
freaking
shit?
God.
They're Nazis. Oh, God.
Why do we
Oh.
allow these Nazis to appear again? Didn't we fight an entire war against them?
What do we do with these people?
Oh
Like,
God,
I'm
there's already
tired.
YouTube videos showing the album with lyrics.
Oh
Oh
no.
lordy!
Let's see how quickly YouTube can shut down a music video.
No, these are just videos of a released album. They're just lyric videos. Holy shit. For some reason, the opening of this has "She Wanna Hop in a Rari," as in a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready? Okay.
God. I mean, this is.
I mean, on
Oh
a more
God,
positive,
this is crap. I see
on a
that
more
look in her eyes.
positive note, in
She
the
wanna.
hope of,
So far, nothing anti-Semitic. I see that look in her eyes. She wanna hop in a ride. I said, "Are you ready to die?" I said, "Are you ready to die?" They telling me that I'm a bully. It doesn't look like it's good rap anyway.
No, Kanye West's rap has fallen off about as well as far as it needs
I'm. You can fill in the word here, but it's anti-Semitic. Fully, they're saying I'm acting like naughty German guy, but how am I acting like a naughty German guy when I am a effing? I am not saying this word on stream. It's the N word.
I mean, if
God,
sound
this is
like
horrible.
Nazism is.
I'm
You
going
would
to actually just post
remember
screenshots of this.
those memes about how. Remember those memes about not how common Nazis Southeast Asians are?
yeah,
They
Ah.
are. Dude.
this is just awful. This is. What do you do with this guy at this point?
What do we do with society now? One sec.
Did he just refer to
mean-
Jeffrey Epstein's island in this?
Oh no.
In a very
See,
roundabout way,
I
I'm
don't
about to
think
post
I don't.
this.
Hey.
In the hopes of saying something positive while trying to get off this topic because I'm losing.
Ride never
I
ends.
feel like I'm
Right.
dying inside the more I hear about this
I have
album.
posted these in the general chat on the Discord server. Oh my gosh, I am not reading any of this.
Will Smith released an album.
What the?
That I'm
Fuck.
that napkins
Re-
that gonna
Reading?
urinate on
Okay,
ground.
no. reading Mein Kampf 2 chapters before I go to sleep. Jesus fuck.
And then it's followed immediately by... Why? Why'd she want to hop in a Rari? This seems like it's completely out of context.
This is complete schizophrenic shit show. Put them in 4chan. Beat their house, put them in 4chan. I think they're even a bit harsh for 4chan, to be honest. I think they need to go to 8chan or something.
I was about to say, like, Cole really doesn't like Kanye.
Oh no. This is...
When Poe don't like an anti-Semite, you know they fucked up.
This is ridiculous. This is... Most people would be put in a mental hospital.
What do we do with a society that is okay with Nazis?
We're not okay with this guy. Why would you say... No, we're not okay with people like this. We're... Honestly, Kanye West...
Well, why are we not dealing... Well, it's more like it feels like the system is...
Because as human,
okay.
as a judicial thing is, we don't punish people for their beliefs.
We don't punish people for their beliefs. We don't punish people for saying bullshit like this. Like, to be clear, Kanye West is, if anything, just schizophrenic and really kind of out of the loop of everything else. Like, I don't even think MAGA's really paying much attention to him because, well...
Well, I mean, MAGA's pissed at him because he's blamed for Trump losing 2020.
Yep.
Because all the votes, all the votes that Kanye stole were Republican votes. He won 13% of the votes in Kentucky.
Jesus, that is scary.
Yeah.
Like
the fact that people thought that Kanye West was worthy of being a U.S. president, or the fact that Trump only may have only lost because Kanye West was
like
in the race.
stealing like 10 to 12% of the vote from every state.
This is, it hurts my bones.
That's what happens when we have three people who, even though Kanye wasn't going to win, since he was polling so well, he was considered a possible winner. That's what happens. One of them is going to siphon votes from one of the other two parties.
Hang on, where's my D&D dice? Give me a second.
I have mine. Want me to roll for psychic damage I take? I'm a roll for psychic damage.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. If you drink, you have to roll with disadvantage, okay?
How many dice am I rolling? How many dice am I rolling for damage?
3.
Roll your D20.
You have to roll 3.
I'll go find what
I guess a 14 still goes through my armor class. So, roll for damage. What is it? 2d6 or 2d8?
I'm gonna give it a 3d4.
Okay, we'll go with something unusual.
Sure, why not?
3d4. Where's my other d4? There it is.
1.
So that's 2, a 1.
I see that, beat.
A 1.
That.
Although, do I fail to save and have to
go? I just took 7 psychic damage. Shit.
I only took 4. I must be all right.
I am in the safe state. Makes sense.
Oh no.
Especially since I am gonna have to enter this world.
I do actually have some pretty nice D&D dice, but yeah. No, this is...
Oh yeah,
boy.
I got mine for Christmas.
You know, I've got some metal ones the other... a while ago, but... Oh man. This is... Trump rolled a nat 1 on being smart and bat 20 on being dumber than a damn brick. Look,
you ever try and pass some cheating dice as dice?
I would say
at this rate, I'd say Kanye West builders for Grand Wizard.
That is horrifically funny.
I don't know if the clapping is coming through on the microphone, but
No, I don't know. I heard a little bit, but that is... Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh shit!
This ain't looking good as a Paley Gaze, bro.
Oh,
Should I roll for damage again? That was bad.
God damn it.
Right, 2d8.
Saddle, what was
Higher
that
damage.
absolute terrible dad joke you said in the Laser Pig server last night?
What one was that?
I can't remember. It was like the first one you
can't remember.
said.
I took 8.
Many.
I took 8
2d8,
additional psychic.
4, and a 6. Fred, we're sorry for your editing because you're gonna have to edit us like taking HP damage in the mod.
Oh no, this is fun. I have found a teacher. I have found a teacher to teach me how to edit. Like efficiently, so it's not taking me 4 hours to do a 1 hour video.
Yeah. I'm sorry if you hear me coughing, but I currently have the poison status effect. That's just because I beat COVID and this is my loot drop now.
Oh no, I've got the poison status effect right now, but that's just because I turned my lungs into a gas chamber.
No, you're in the right country given the music coming out of there. Apparently.
I have high initiative. I'm down in caffeine.
That don't make sense.
That's just an ability buff.
Good point. Plus, then again, I also have a Judy debuff. I'm currently on 3 hours of sleep.
Look, remember, Fred, it's still in the side chat, but there's two types of people in this world. People that think Trump is looking out for their best interest, and people who think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I ran into someone last night in a fucking... I got into a Hoi 4 RP game yesterday.
Uh-oh.
And,
oh boy.
there was this one player who started talking politics, right? We were going back and forth, and he went from talking politics to talking hate. And I immediately went, I'm getting away from this man. He got so pissed off that he went and got an admin of the server to try and get me banned because he was apparently high up in the server, aka just a semi-fucking regular. And I was a new guy. And then in the fucking preceding meltdown where the admin said no, he hasn't done anything wrong, he crashes the fuck out, man.
Wow.
I am...
As expected of a hater.
He went
Anyway,
after,
it is getting
like...
a little late for me. My parents are going to be going to bed. I will have to sign off for now. I am so sorry.
It's only
I don't know,
8:41.
you could join.
Night.
He rolled in that one. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, this is...
Also, let's cover the stock market and the going back to what we were talking about before. Something I forgot to mention was the country that chose to start the whole run on surety bonds, which the rumor is forced Trump to reverse his policy or sidestep his policy on tariffs, was Japan. They started selling them all so fast that apparently they were genuinely worried.
New headline: Japan finally gets revenge for the Nagasaki bombing.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
I just forgot about it until now.
Yeah,
Also, Ukraine hit one of those one of Russia's strategic bombers.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Nice.
The Ukrainians have been doing Ukrainian things to the Russians, basically.
Yeah.
And
good work.
punch a tanky. It's always a good thing.
Yeah,
That was one of my
punch
dad
a
jokes
tank.
from yesterday.
Punch a tanky.
That with the logistics situation for Russia at the moment, it seems like the tankies are running out of tanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is insane.
What
what do we do
what
now?
world have we stumbled into?
We call them the walkies and be done with it.
The walkies.
Walkies. No, they're on scooters and golf carts. Hey,
So
look,
the
we found Trump's audience. We found people that spend all their time on a golf cart.
He's not golfing. He's just in his outdoor office. Okay.
Oh God, is that the rhetoric? Is that what they're saying?
That's something I saw on Facebook earlier.
Oh Jesus Christ! We
Uh,
dropped the
top of
sun on them
that,
twice. They kicked out
him-
terrorists.
him not even acknowledging the 4 soldiers who died in the accident.
Oh,
Is,
he is. I mean, this whole administration says we're all for veterans, and then they screw over veterans at every corner.
disrespect.
And the sad part is a lot of veterans voted for these fuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Nothing
is.
says like love, like cutting the
I mean,
lifeline.
I want to say I freaking called it because Trump tried to throw out the get the the overseas servicemen votes thrown out of the election that he lost against Biden. That was one of the things, was that it was fraud. These votes were fraudulent.
No, they
All
weren't.
the votes from active service, US active service, which is like, Jesus.
I looked at the numbers. His political stunts with the military lost him 30% of the votes. His popularity in the from 2020 to 2024, from those 2 elections, 30% of the votes that were from 2020 weren't there in 2024.
Absolutely.
Jesus. Yes, destruction.
He's
Destruction
still
100.
Then again,
Republicans are still
probably
the
winning.
overwhelming majority in the military, but it's either it's now starting to look like a good chunk of them have gone like, I don't like him, I'm not voting.
Yeah, they don't like the commander in chief anymore. This is oh man.
This is so fucking stupid.
This world. What timeline are we on again? Because
The
I
worst
can't
one.
tell.
We have somehow went from, we're on the Black Ops 2 timeline, to she didn't get elected, we're not on the Black Ops 2 timeline, to now trade war with China, where they're now blocking rare earth minerals sales to the U.S., which is what game's premise? Call of Duty Black Ops 2. So are we on the Black Ops 2 timeline, or are we not?
What? In words of a meme I once found, we don't fucking know.
You don't know what's going. It's just that that song. Just what the fuck is going on?
I don't want to be an American idiot.
I don't want to be an American idiot. Yo, bro, these graphics are so good, bro. It's just like you're there.
When you get off the computer from Breadline Simulator, and it's like the graphics are so real.
There was a re-release of the song from like 5 or 6 months ago that changed from the lyric to Redneck Agenda.
It got changed back in 2016, honey.
Hang on, I've got something for the side chat. I've just found this. With the penguin tariffs.
Talking about songs, and one second, I need to pull up a really good one.
I mean, what is egg prices like in the US now? Like, how high are they getting?
All-time high.
$7.38 last time I was at the market.
Jesus.
I got a song in the side chat.
I'm not clicking it.
What is it?
I have
the
learned,
evolution. Oh yes.
I have learned my lesson from clicking things in the side chat and make sure they're not videos. It does very much come up on stream.
Yeah.
But
it's all about the idiots who voted it. That
someone's made a Someone's made a South Park version of Trump with his tariff board.
Oh no!
No! That's not the South Park version. The South Park version, that has to be Mr. Garrison with a spray tan. Because if you've ever watched South Park, every time he's depicted, Trump is not Trump. It's just Mr. Garrison in a spray tan having a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
To be honest, I should probably watch that. Or maybe not, because
You gotta put that on your stream, Frat. That's a good one.
Damn. My favorite line from that entire story arc with South Park is as follows: "Thank God for the whites." God.
oh,
You
that
get the context,
that
right?
is god awful. But yeah,
No,
de-evolution is all
there's a
about.
family called the Whites, and they keep warning Mr. when someone's coming for him. They keep helping him.
There it is. We have our special report.
Oh no.
Oh no,
I
the
kind
face
of
is
want
not orange enough though.
I kind of want to.
Oh, I just seen the
Yeah, you're
lyrics
screwed.
put up by yeah.
This is
Oh god.
oh
Again, where's the Russian tariffs?
None.
where'd the tariff be?
How will we kill the virus? Sunlight and
That was a
disinfectant.
very
They didn't put
special report.
He didn't put tariffs on North Korea. He didn't put tariffs on Russia.
Yeah, not Russia.
But Russia's
not
getting
North
sanctioned.
Korea. Oh yeah, that's what he says. But really, it's.
Is it?
Do you think
really?
it's just that there's not enough trade with Russia? That there was no trade deficit whatsoever, so that there couldn't be a number populated by ChatGPT?
Yeah. Oh god, ChatGPT number generation. That is especially stupid.
Do you think that's the reason why?
My favorite fact
what's
is they tariff a U.S.
Just
military base.
OpenAI pulled out of Russia, so now Russia doesn't exist to ChatGPT.
Yeah.
That would be a headline. But it's crazy.
When
Really, just what
ChatGPT
the
rises up
fuck
and
do we
kills
do?
all humans, Russia's left intact because it's not aware that Russia exists.
So last time Trump was in office, he screwed up playing Plague Inc. for everybody,
Yeah.
and now he's screwing up Hoi 4.
He's playing Millennium. He's trying to do Millennium Dawn and not knowing how the market mechanic works. Which I don't know how the market mechanic works, and I'm not touching that damn thing with a 10-foot pole.
I mean, I find Hoi 4 way too autistic for me. Thrumbo tried to teach me Hoi 4, and about 10 minutes after learning just the UI, I ran away like a little bitch.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Oh yeah.
You could play EU4 or
I just got
Vicky 3.
reminded. On a different topic, apparently, I didn't realize this, but Happy Weight Surrender Day, turns out it was 3 days ago.
Oh, also, that I just remembered, Alex Jones just got told to go fuck himself again.
Who?
He went to the court of it. He went to appeal for the. It wasn't the Supreme Court, but it was. I think it was the Colorado court.
Connecticut Supreme Court declines to hear Alex Jones' appeal for $1 billion Sandy Hook.
So Alex Jones tried. Yeah. So he tried to appeal his $1 billion Sandy Hook whole thing. Let's just be honest.
It's gotten worse. Alex Jones' attorney got a 7-day bar suspension.
Just 7? I mean, the guy literally gave the Alex Jones, the prosecution, the entirety of Alex Jones's phone and database, which then showed that proved that for years they were refusing to comply with discovery. Just literally proved the prosecution's case just single-handedly. And then when they were told about it, as the prosecution had to do, is tell them, hey, you've sent us something that we think you might be an error, and they didn't even try to claw it back. It's what
This
the hell?
it just feels like. Wasn't there a joke about incompetence and evil?
I mean, this would be this would be funny if it wasn't real world. I mean, not even Monty Python or Blackadder could write shit like this.
This would
oh
be
yeah,
this would be a funny black comedy if it wasn't for all the death.
yeah.
Man, we've heard that,
Reality
we've heard
is
that before.
stranger than fiction
We've heard
because
that before. We've
fiction
heard
has to be believed.
where have we heard that phrase before for a house? Russian anthem intensifies.
Oh no.
No, but Alex Jones getting told to fuck himself is amazing.
Held a message for reason bullying. Allow it to post it. Money. Beat. I gotta tell you, that wasn't me. That was Twitch's Automod saying you're bullying somebody.
What?
So
What
Beat sent a message saying Monty Python and the Orange Idiots who, and Twitch Automod
Bruh.
held it. I'm gonna click allow.
Yeah.
Trump wasn't bullied enough in high school.
Yeah. I mean, what I'm just imagining right now is just the shit show with Russia at the moment. As to quote Blackadder, Putin wants to move his Brinks cabinet 1 meter towards Berlin. Oh God.
I'm on the Onion right now.
Welcome to the world.
I'm on the Onion right now. Trump's tariffs by the number.
I mean, I want to see what.
By the number.
Is Alex Jones still on Twitter? I just want to see what he's been saying.
Is Trump still on Twitter? Yes, he is.
No, Alex Jones.
Oh.
Shit, I don't have a Twitter account. That's right.
I'm on
The Trump
the political humor subreddit, and I just saw an amazing joke title.
Oh God.
One sec. I'm gonna send you the image first, then the what makes it funny, the title. So this political cartoon is called Agent Orange.
Agent Orange. I don't think this one can go in the
No,
into the
sit back and let
I don't think
Trump-
this one from NCD can go in the can go in-
Iranian
Oh no!
embassy school.
Oh no!
No, we're not going to talk about the school siege in Russia where the military killed more children than hostage takers.
I mean, they also gassed a fucking movie
The
theater.
opera.
Yeah.
The gas was only meant to
I
knock
think
everybody out, not kill them. Unloads entire nitrogen tank.
I think it wasn't nitrogen. It was I think it was fentanyl.
No, it was
No.
laughing gas. Like
Ah,
the shit you'd get out of the dentist.
yeah.
But apparently nobody told Private Ivan you have to turn the valve off eventually.
I mean, at the moment, like with the Ukrainians, the Ukrainian drones that they keep saying drones. Every time I see them, like that's just a Cessna that they've blocked all the windows and are flying by remote
So,
control. They've just filled it with explosives.
I have been making a joke because of the news, the newly unveiled Sky Raider. Right? Ukraine has been packing Cessnas full of bombs. America has been putting bombs on Cessnas.
You mean the Sky Warden?
Sky Warden, yeah. No, it's
I'm
the
pretty sure
Sky
that's
Raider
in-
too.
No, apparently. Okay, so
Oh,
I'm not sure.
Lordy.
This is NCD, but apparently Trump mentioned something about trying to blockade important ship lanes to force countries to pay their tariffs. This was, however, 5
Bruh.
days ago. This was before the reversal of his decision.
He can't blockade the trade lanes though.
No, not legally anyway.
And even then, the U.S. Navy wouldn't go for it either. They would.
All I can say is, if he tries to do it, why are we? Well, does Trump have a trade federation he's secretly controlling? Is there an outer rim to this planet?
And where the fuck is Naboo?
Talking about NCD.
God damn.
Someone tried to diss
Like,
the JTLV.
you see what's going on here. It's starting to sound like Star Wars, where blockading of trade lanes.
Oh no! I found
Oh.
another goodie. I found another goodie for the Ukraine war. This is Zelensky's land concessions in a fucking ditch.
Yeah. Like we have private militaries already. Private military.
Mine is.
This is getting out of hand. There's now 2 of them. What are you
Oh.
referring to?
Speaking of the opera house. Oh shoot! Wrong image. Oh well.
Oh,
One
that's just.
sec. Here's
Ew,
the-
you gross motherfucker!
Here's
You gross light mode using motherfucker! How do you live with yourself? That is
I am a
fucking
goblin.
disgusting. Do you enjoy the fact of opening your computer after just waking up and fucking flashbanging your
Blinding
ass?
yourself. Man's just turned himself on a.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about any of this, but I'm just gonna roast the fuck out of you because you're a light mode user.
But here's
Yes.
the actual meme. But yeah, here's the actual meme.
We
Oh
accidentally
yes,
killed.
I saw that. I saw that going through NCD. Oh man, I cannot wait for May 9th.
Ah.
Oh,
We're gonna have. Are we going to do a get together on May
Yes.
9th?
yes.
The funny parade. Prepare
Right
your
on,
drinks.
Brandon.
He probably can't see himself in the mirror anymore. Yeah, true. Beat the houses even going after you load
You throw
user.
away down.
Oh no.
I'm just scrolling through NTD and I just saw this interesting attack helicopter design.
Oh,
Is
what
that-
in the Japanese anime is that?
That's not that bad. No.
Yeah,
That's
it's
not. That's actually
interesting.
no. That actually has a practical purpose because there are helicopters
Yeah.
designed and look like that and work in environments where you can't really fly a traditional helicopter.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be fast, pretty agile with both the tail
I
propulsion.
really
grip.
don't see anything wrong with that.
It's just probably gonna be a bit annoying to maintain.
Not really.
Yeah.
The only
bit more than
non-standard the only non-standard part really there would just be the rotation synchronization gear.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, it could work in theory, but also, why would it need a propeller on the back to propel it forward? Also, I just put this in the side chat.
Speed. Like any additional speed. But
So
I mean, look, prediction here. I mean, stupid prediction that'll probably never happen, but it'll be funny as fuck. Fucking Ukrainian drone hits the Victory Day parade.
Oh yeah, another part about the funny helicopter.
Hey, Saddle.
Here's the real non-credible part. It can transform.
Okay, that's fucking not credible. But Saddle, look at I sent you an image of a helicopter that has that exact same premise.
Oh,
It's been
I know
done.
They exist, but they just why doesn't need to exist.
Because those can those helicopters can get into like mountainous terrains a whole lot easier. Like if it's got to go through a really tight valley, you'd send that through, and not like a fucking Huey or something.
Okay, but what's the other weird shit political stuff going on? We've got Trump's tariffs. We've got Kanye West singing Mein Kampf. God, what's next?
Did we cover the Supreme Court?
Yeah, we got
yeah.
Alex Jones got crucified again.
Yes. We did Alex Jones, Kanye, Supreme Court.
What's the Onion up to?
It's nothing really. I've already skimmed through it.
Oh yeah, that the YAG T90.
Oh yeah. That apparently everyone thought was an April Fool's joke.
No, that is
apparently may not be.
No, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. The Russians have
The Onion top political headline from The Onion is Trump boasts about strong-arming Trump into pausing tariffs.
So, here's the I'm sorry, I'm still on the fucking tangent about the T90. It's not that bad of an idea.
Yeah.
Especially because everybody loves the Swedish S-tank. This is just the Russian Swedish S-tank.
Oh, you mean the funny cheese wedge?
Yeah. This is just a Russian cheese wedge.
Wagon.
And we know that the cheese wedge was a really good tank design. This is a really good tank design. It's just really funny that, Sweden did it because they had a lack of resources. Russia's doing it out of desperation.
And also because Sweden actually was able to build these things without major corruption, like to the level of the Russians.
Like I said,
yeah, but to be fair, the Russians may not even have the resources to build these in sizable quantity, even with the simplified design.
Yeah. I think they do.
I mean, they're pulling fucking T-55s out of storage. What the fuck are they going to?
Well, no, without the carousel autoloader, right? Because this thing is gonna have to have that you can't.
It doesn't have a turret.
Yeah.
But add to the fact that it's a new vehicle that you need a new production line for, unless you use existing lines. In which case,
all you're doing is
current production.
All you're doing is just removing the step with adding the turret and just modifying the turret step into installing a gun into the hull. That's it. That's an easy conversion to do. Shit, why do you think the Germans were able to shit out so many Stug 3s?
I found Trump's next tariff plan. Trump's next tariff plan. He's going to go to the other side of the world, to other worlds. He's gonna tax Narnia next.
Narnia, Mars, Middle Earth, Hogwarts, Mordor, Westeros,
Bruh.
Asgard, Wakanda, Jupiter.
Why not, man?
You want to know how many?
Magnus?
Mordor is 0%. I love that.
You're gonna have to put this. I found an even better thing, for the state of the U.S. It's a loop. I have found the U.S. political loop, and
Economy collapses under Republican America. America elects a Democratic Party.
Like I said before, they won't be able to produce them because keep in mind this is based off the T90 chassis. Do you know how many T90s that they produced per production report for 2024?
I think they produced like 30 or so. Like they produced nothing.
No. Let me.
They were producing 5 a month, It was 5 a
They
month.
they built somewhere between 60 and 80. Those are the two numbers I got.
Ukrainians are
Yeah,
beating
that's
that number a
Entire
day.
year of 2020.
That's
Even if you remove the carousel autoloader, even if you remove the turret, that's still not going to be enough to replace their current losses. They're not. That's just unfeasible.
they are running out of tanks.
There was a thing I saw. There was a video I saw, and they said that the Russians could be losing at the moment. Last month could have lost something close to 700 men per square mile that they advanced.
Damn, that would be considered basically unacceptable in
Any other military,
yeah.
any other military would go, fuck no, we're not accepting those losses per square mile.
That is grim statistic.
I don't even think that the Russians managed that at fucking Stalingrad. Like it's jeez. What do we do with these people?
How did we get here? Well, obviously,
This is
answer
not my
corruption.
beautiful country. Yeah, this is not my country. This is not my war. And I ask myself, well, how the fuck did I get here? When the bombs
It's
come
a
down
long
into the bunker
goddamn
underground,
story.
into the blue, blown into the blue again. When the shit show's
Like-
gone, once in a lifetime.
Oh, so what are your guys' stats on the K2 Black Panther?
It's an okay design, but it has its problems.
Hmm.
Look, just keep making the Osprey. It's a good plan. Just keep trying to keep making the Osprey, because if it barely works, don't fix it. Get it? Yeah, you fuck you reformers. We're going to use your own logic against you. Petition for the Osprey to be kept in service.
I mean,
It's a
actually,
death trap.
it would be funny if we revisit that the German veto with the German VTOL transport. Upscale, baby.
It would be so funny just if War Thunder releases in an update that they're going to buff all Russian going to nerf all Russian vehicles to get things realistic. Just
Actually, if we do in fact get infantry, it would be terrifying if top tier would be even worse.
oh god. I mean,
Like,
there's a reason I don't play
dear
top tier.
God, Modern AT is terrifying. We got what we got. Well, I mean, well, Western Modern AT. Do the Russians actually have a man-portable AT, Modern AT? Like,
Yeah, it's called
I
an
think-
RPG-7.
I think the best they currently have, I think, is the RPG-29, which is basically just two RPGs strapped together, fired
They
in a short
Tape two
burst.
RPGs together and just hope for the best. Courts
And
Mikhalka and
basically-
go from there.
I think I remember hearing the concept. Basically, the first one will be triggering like
The ERA.
ERA, yeah. Then the second would try and
It's a
go for the kill.
The ham-fisted approach at a tandem warhead.
Yeah, which ignores things like, you know, what if it's not ERA protected? It's composite protected.
What if, they actually use something modern?
I
Instead of
mean,
just
sure, it
slapping
might
bricks
work
on it and
against
calling it a
like
day.
basic APS, like single shot.
Or they use ceramic armor or composite armor instead of just slapping bricks on it and calling it a day.
Yeah.
I mean, literal bricks, because Russian corruption when it came to the ERA was pretty heavily exposed.
In some cases, it wasn't even bricks. It was just fucking egg cartons.
Oh yeah,
And
wood.
I think the best ATGM are still tripod mounted too. Like, and meanwhile we got fun things like the Enwa and the Javelin.
There's a reason why
Those are proving rather effective. Even then, we also have the big, and plus, aren't we developing a new light disposable anti-tank?
Big Bang Theory song starts when they ask, "How did I get here?"
Like seriously, they are like we have like M77 law, man, the 84. Isn't there one more? Plus, we have some units deployed like Carl Gustav. Oh lordy!
It's Carl, and why does he have a ghost of?
I'm back. I'm sorry. I had a little bit of a diabetic emergency.
Oh Jesus!
You okay now?
It's not me. It was my mom. She had her blood sugar went down to 40. She is now eating a peanut butter and jelly.
Okay now.
She's eating a peanut
But
butter
yeah,
and jelly
we're currently
now.
discussing
What the Russians have what the Russians have left.
yeah,
In brackets,
in terms
it's
of
not much.
AT. Like man purple AT, not much. What's that?
What are they pulling? RPG 3s out?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not it's not like it's any more complicated than their most recent.
No, an RPG 3s.
Their most advanced, I think, is like the like quick deployables. I think is like the 29, which is two rocket launchers strapped together.
There is someone in this in the NCD put up like a short video thing, but it's still like it's sure nice on board the cruiser Moskva on April 14, 2022.
Yeah. Oh, that was April 14th? Is when the Moscow went down?
Jesus, tomorrow would have been a year since the Ukrainians got a new cultural heritage site.
Damn.
So won't it be a few years?
Yeah.
Be a few years, yeah, because 2020, yeah, it'd be the anniversary at least. 2 years,
Yeah, we're on year 4 now.
Yeah.
We're going on 4 years now.
What has to work for you? It's the only answer.
We are year 4 on its 3-day special military operation.
Like most rest of the world, most kids born
I'm gonna laugh.
reading.
I'm gonna laugh.
Except for the U.S.
New Russian school program. When they show the speech, it's just gonna be cut off at. I promise you, we will be done at 3, and that's it. Just won't specify a timeline on 3. It will no longer say 3-day special military operation. It will just be 3 special military operation.
I mean, there was a apparently it was a video I saw which apparently the Russians are only firing at half as many shells each day as they used to be firing at the earlier stages of the war.
Yeah,
don't tell me
the Mariupol partisans have been really busy.
1 sec.
Fun fact about Mariupol, that city, last time I heard it's described by Russian officials, it's they only control about 12% of the city. Everything else is in the hands of the partisans.
Yeah.
Like, Russia has control of the governmental buildings. That's it.
Blow up governmental building, nothing of value was lost.
like the new commie blocks they built, so that Putin can show off a propaganda. Like, see, we're helping them rebuild. They don't control them anymore.
Oh man, it's just a shame we don't have people like Gonzalo Lira still around, because it would be so funny seeing Gonzalo Lira trying to spin this shit.
We still have people like Gonzalo Lira. Have you seen what is his name? Thinks his sister's sexy. Shapiro.
Oh no.
Like,
No.
What has to do with, like, one event, honestly, I still don't think we're at, how did we get here?
and the day goes by. The water.
We are currently at Furious Cocktail.
How did we just... I mean, it is just the stupidity of people over and over. I mean, Russia is going to...
No, what I mean is, in Minecraft, one of the events, there are two achievements. How did we get here in Furious Cocktail?
Yeah.
Furious Cocktail was the one before How Did We Get Here?
And then
Okay,
just
here's my
I think we might need to. I think we might need to start wrapping up.
One more thing before I
Yeah.
forget about it. If it comes down to it, and this war lasts longer than the Confederacy in the U.S., I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Yeah.
why haven't they tried the Anaconda approach yet? Just Russia sail up the Danube River.
Because Putin's Anaconda don't want none because burns, hun.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Russia's missing too many ships at this point for that.
I mean, their Black Sea fleet basically got wiped out by a navy the Russian navy basically got wiped out by a navy that didn't have by a non-existent navy. Again.
Yeah. The Battle of Lake
A
Baikal.
nation with no navy kicking Russia's ass. It's just funny.
That's not the funniest
It's
one.
the-
It's the Battle of Lake Baikal is the funniest one where Czechs beat the Russian navy.
And they don't even have a fucking navy.
They don't have a port. They don't have a coastline.
These guys literally fought their way from one end of Russia to the other.
Stole a Russian boat and then sunk the Russian boat sent to sink that boat.
They basically took a cargo ship, I believe it was, shoved any guns they could find on it, and sunk the Russians with it.
Yeah.
Three
Sorry.
separate ways. There,
Yeah.
the fleet got absolutely dunked on.
I'm looking at the active users list for the RPG-7, and the only one that is a former user for this weapon is just Lithuania. Everybody else still uses it.
Damn.
Poland still uses it, which is surprising.
I think they use it for, well, because they use it for outdated Russian vehicles. So they exchange.
Well, I mean, the RPG-7 still has its place to like stop a, let's say a truck is.
I think Lithuania may have sent all their RPG-7s to Ukraine
Yeah.
because
But I think
they did send a lot of stuff to Ukraine early on.
I think it's meant to be for use for the and the less oh god, I'm having a brain fart. I think it's meant to be used for either light vehicles or the outdated Russian vehicles that you see in anti-terror operations.
Lithuania
Like
retired it in
T-55,
2002, so it wasn't sent to
Oh,
Ukraine.
I mean, it might have been an old stock. They might have just sent it to whatever old shit they
Yeah.
had because
That's what everyone does.
Like
Everybody-
the RPG-7 I see is a roadblock vehicle, roadblock weapon where it's like, oh, our lightly armored vehicle is not stopping for the roadblock. Send the RPG rocket through its engine.
Or like something like the M77 over 84.
Yeah, because why waste a javelin or an N-Law on a truck when you have 30-cent rocket with Ivan from Ivan? Like, What's more cost effective, the reusable launcher or the single shot launcher?
Yeah. I mean, the most critical problem isn't the actual launcher, it's the
The actual fucking projectile.
computer
Yeah.
module.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah. Still, isn't the best current missile you can use is a TOW, right?
No, TOW missiles are heavily outdated.
Ah.
Like, when the idea of having a fiber optic guided missile, we laughed at Russia when they unveiled their drones for a reason.
Ah.
Yeah.
Like the only upside having a fiber optic cable for your guidance system is that a jammer won't work. But because you're using a hardline connection, you're limited in range, and then also a gust of wind and a tree branch will cut that bitch immediately.
Or just an explosion near where you're the person who's firing.
Yeah, no.
Well, granted, Ukraine is doing something similar, but they're keeping the ground drones with that.
Well, no, that Ukraine is understandable why they're doing it because of just lack of resources, right?
Yeah.
They slapped ERA on an Abrams. We knew that was going to happen. They don't have the resources to keep all that really good ceramic plating from being destroyed, because when an Abram gets hit, you have to replace one of those ceramic side panels. Right? So what the Ukrainians are doing is they're slapping a thin piece of sheet metal on the
plate used to be, and
no, the plate's still there. They're just putting a piece of sheet metal there, and then putting ERA on top of that sheet metal, so that it can be hit twice without having to be replaced.
What, we're going to have a 14-0 vehicle in the Ukrainian tech tree?
Yes. That's why they look kind of weird, is because they and you want to know something? The U.S. military did the same thing in the 80s and 90s. We went, we want to make these cheaper. How do we do it? Slap a fucking
ERA
piece of sheet metal on it, put ERA on it. There you go. It can survive 2 shots instead of 1 without being replaced. Now, be in mind, those ceramic plates are now cheap as shit to make.
Oh yeah.
Like,
the problem is, I think is the fact that they don't really have those facilities.
Yeah, Ukraine doesn't have the like they're getting ceramic plates in from like Poland makes them, right? They can get them from Poland.
Just their infantry skill.
No, no. Poland makes them for the Abrams. Poland operates Abrams.
Huh. Oh yeah.
Poland bought into pretty much everything after the war started. Poland went the speed bump now has teeth, motherfucker.
Poland's just like,
this is no longer a fucking speed bump. This is a spike strip, bitch.
Well, I mean, isn't that what Lithuania is doing? The Baltic states are doing is just practically making a spike strip along their entire border with dragon's teeth and landmines.
They learned that Russia is no longer trustful.
Don't let the don't rely on the West for a tripwire force.
Yeah, occasionally their engineering vehicles might end up in the drink.
Yeah.
So to speak. Yeah, but also didn't Trump apparently the funny Putin's sent a bunch of men to like the border with Lithuania or something.
Yeah.
Like 100,000 men, and it's like, really. Really?
You wanna start a war now? Another one?
it was prefaced like this. The reason why Europe thinks Russia will go to war with it within the next 5 years is not the idea that, oh, Russia can't beat Ukraine. No, it's the idea that if Ukraine surrenders now, Europe has estimated within 6 months, Russia would have been able to recoup its losses, and since all they're doing is building new things, their army will be then actively retrofitted with the new product. They would be able to fight a small scale local conflict within 3 months, a medium scaled border conflict with a neighbor within a year, and within 3 years be able to fight a conflict with multiple people, and in 5 years be able to take on Europe without American involvement. So, and Europe has just started a 10-year rebuilding plan. Why would Russia wait for Europe to be able to defend themselves in 10 years instead of just launching the moment they can, catching Europe halfway through their process?
Yeah, that's the point.
I think Europe's probably going to, if that comes the case, Europe's going to be mad dashing to rebuild as much as they can.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Because they'll know they're on borrowed time, so they'll start working as fast as they can, getting as much as they can ready.
Like,
even then, if Russia does get his shit together, they're going to be in a similar situation as they are in the Ukraine war because their troops lack experience and lack training.
That's not guaranteed. If all these in 5 years, especially with the units they have now, if they reuse these units are not green anymore. They've built up combat experience.
Yes, but the problem is they're not surviving long enough to use any of that combat experience. Fucking meat assaults and cavalry tactics are being used. What the fuck?
We have.
How did we get to the point with cavalry? I mean, we all joked that World War II was coming back with trench warfare, but now we're literally going back to pre-World War I.
Is because Russia misjudged the logistics situation. That is legitimately the only reason why Russia is in this situation, is because they misjudged the logistics situation. They decided to only bring enough fuel to get to Antwerp and back, and found out they couldn't get to Antwerp.
Because half the fuel got sold off.
Or used up.
I mean, the amount of times the Russians' vehicles got stopped because they kept running out of fuel on their way to Kiev.
Yeah. Exactly. The Russians have shown that no matter how these losses are going, when they are properly given the logistics needed and given the vehicles needed, they can operate like a fucking beast. Now, is Russia actively doing that? No. But if you've noticed from February 2022 to now, it is night and day how better the Russian logistics have gotten.
They've gotten better, but the problem is they've resorted to using donkeys and Stalin trucks.
Yeah?
Yeah, and they're retreating on scooters and golf buggies.
Yeah, but get this idea. Horses. Here's this idea that you've got to think about. Right now, Russia is reactivating all of its its Cold War production lines that it has inside of its country, mainly because we are starting to fall into the
resources to properly utilize them. Keep in mind those production numbers that I talked about. Those are what Ural production. The Russian company responsible for the T-90s, the T-7, the list goes on. That's their production numbers. That's what they admit to. That's public knowledge. That's what they reported to their government.
So here's
it may be even worse than that. That is the best.
Here's the thing with Eurogavard. They only operate on a quarter of what we would see as like a World War II style tank factory. Russia is planning on giving them the entire factory and opening 3 more. On top of that.
The problem with that, they can't open shit if they're bankrupt. For context, not only has Russia burned through its war chest, but companies have been encouraged to borrow money left, right, and center, and there is no current military industry in Russia operating at a profit. They're all operating at a loss.
Let me ask you this:
So,
what stops Putin from just nationalizing the industries, taking full control, putting them back under, putting the
that would probably cause a civil war with the oligarchs, which is also why they're starting a PMC. They started a PMC.
That's neat that the oligarchs are starting a PMC. The Russian army will still crush any PMC that is launched. Putin is not afraid of the oligarchs no more, and that has to be made apparent. He is not afraid of the oligarchs. They do not have any real power in Russia. If they had any real power, Putin would be gone by now. Because the oligarchs had made it perfectly clear that they don't want Putin around anymore. He does not have to worry about the oligarchs.
If he moves to take what the oligarchs have in mass, they will either leave to Russia or try to fight back. That is what will happen.
So you just told Putin that the only consequences of his actions are either A, force people to leave who really wasn't contributing anything to the Russian economy to begin with, and then also taking about 20 to 30,000 casualties. You just told Putin that you can have all the crumbs on his plate.
Let me finish. What I'm saying is, well, yes, that would essentially kill his problem there. He also has to figure out the problem of where the hell he's going to get certain parts, because the nations that used to sell him shit, most notably the guidance system, the most modern guidance system they used on the T-90s for a long time, were French. Same goes for the fucking T-14.
Oh, everything. The Russians have built their military on Western imports, and then cry out about how the West doesn't have shit. They're literally using Western imports.
Yeah, most of their better stuff is Western imports or based on Western imports. Parts that they cannot get anymore, and thus are having to use older designs of stuff that they can domestically produce, which are not up to par with NATO standard. All modern optics they have for the T-90 and the T-14 were not made in Russia. All modern optics.
Yeah, because they can't. I think we need to start to wrap up. Yeah. It's been a while. I'm getting tired.
We're on an hour and 32.
Yeah.
Have a nice night, y'all.
Oh, hell yes, cackles.
And try and stay safe. The world is going
falling apart.
We are falling apart.
Yeah, it's a mess.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's easy to get rid of someone who's in your way, but it's difficult when you don't have the material to produce what you want. Yeah. This isn't World War II anymore. You can't just put a metal box with gun and call it good.
I've taken the stance to not really put the Russian economy in the position of what you're putting it in, because you're forgetting that Russia has made really good friends with Iran, which Iran does have the ability and make really good clear optics for vehicles, which it seems like Russia has been buying for the last 2 years.
Yes, but the problem is they're not. I'm talking about clear optics. I'm talking about infrared.
Yeah, no, that's Iran.
Yes, but it's still not to the same quality. It's not what they use as standard. It's still not. It still doesn't work as they would like. Iran claims to have a whole bunch of stuff, but keep in mind they're still flying the old F-14s that we left them.
Okay, I think that's just down to the fact that The F-14s, realistically, if they were flown today, they wouldn't be considered like top tier, but they'd still be considered a threat.
They'd be a threat.
I had the argument that since the Tomcats can accept the newer some of the newer missile, like air-to-air missile designs, that
Yeah, fair enough, I suppose. But what I'm saying is, a lot of their imports for microchips and optics are coming from Iran and China. China's afraid to give them major support due to the threat of